Yeah, okay. Bueno.
Yeah.
Bueno.
Bueno.
Good to go.
Pretty much
Muy
experts.
Gardo.
Halloween month marches on, and it is a death march. We
Where's the Cambodia?
in friggin' like September, we're like, oh yeah, October we'll all just do Halloweenish episodes, and it's hard. These topics are scraping the bottom of the barrel.
That's it. It's like hard to have captivating topics 5 weeks in a row.
It sounds like a cool
related
topic. You're like, yeah. And then after like 5 minutes of looking into it, you're like, this is just Mickey Mouse. What is this?
Yeah, it sounds easy.
Sounds easy. But
I mean, it was easy.
The first 2 episodes were easy. Now we're...
Well, I've been taking it pretty easy because I haven't been looking into anything. So it's been easy still.
Okay. Well, anyway,
That's fair.
I'm Robert John Patterson. This is my brother Mike.
Hello.
My other brother Skylar.
Hey.
We're pretty much experts. Thank you, Frontline Fiesta, for the sweet intro music. Thank you to everyone liking and subscribing on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and YouTube. Halloween month. We're going to talk about zombies today.
Yeah.
The ever-loving zombie.
Ever-loving zombie.
Yeah.
Explain.
Well, they just can't keep their hands off you.
Yeah.
Just want
They
to
love you
sink
for
their
more than
teeth
your
into you.
body.
Yeah,
More than your body.
You know, they love you for your brain.
exactly. It's not
Wow,
a look
they love you
thing.
for your brain. The true
Yeah.
hopeless romantic.
That's it. There they
The
are.
zombie.
I feel like that's like
The
a Hot
end.
Topic shirt in the making. Something about zombies loving you for your brains.
Yeah, new genre.
I don't know.
A zomcom.
Zomcom?
Zomcom.
Yeah, I could see it. Like fucking 30 Shades of Grey, but zombies.
I can see it. Why not? I remember
Yeah,
there was
more
one
sex and torture.
zombie movie called Fido I really liked. It was like a zombie. He was like a pet or something. But it was like post-apocalypse, and everyone just got used to zombies being around, and now they're like servants or something.
Okay.
Yeah, they all families had zombie servants. Like it wasn't
They weren't
abnormal.
scary anymore.
No.
But that's the genre as a whole.
Entertained.
Like it's gone so far down that there's like zomcoms don't seem wild. Like that makes sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think they probably already have one.
Probably
or two.
already happens.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is
Yeah,
it the
there's-
most prosthetized horror genre? Like what's left?
what?
Could be.
Like a prostitute.
Proselytized?
Prosthetized.
Proselytized?
That's pretty much a word.
Like, I
Like,
guess
Yeah.
It's
the
been done to
vampires
death.
are pretty hoored out.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but I think you could.
Zombies hit like a climax in like I don't know, let's say 2015. Everyone
way
was
before
so fucking hard on zombies.
Yeah,
No matter where you went, like any party or you go to a bar to be social or whatever, any social situation, it was like 5 people discussing what they're gonna do when the fucking zombies take over, man. And it's just like, get a fucking life. Seriously. You're dumb. That topic is dumb. Fuck off. Like that's all I gotta say.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope they're not listening.
And I hope they are. Fuck you. Don't listen next week. How about that?
Make better life plans.
Yeah.
So what weapon would you take with you, Mike, to the
Fuck off.
So what would you do,
Fuck
Mike?
off. Take my cock. I'd take Viagra. That's the weapon I'd take.
And wield it.
wielding?
Wow.
Yeah.
Show them your real
Oh
brain.
man. And like looking into things this week, it was like 80% of the stuff leads back to like doomsday preppers and people buying fucking sea cans and it's like, I mean, okay, buying a sea can, pretty cool.
What the
Setting
fuck
it
is
up
a
for
sea
like
can?
yeah. Oh, it's like what they ship stuff in from overseas.
Oh.
Like you see them on train cars and
Yeah.
you know, those big steel containers.
Yeah, okay. That's an
Like,
industry
buying one of
term.
those Yeah.
Yeah.
Buying one of those would be sweet, and setting it up would be sweet. But as soon as you incorporate the whole like apocalypse and zombies, it's like get fucked.
Get fucked.
You know?
Wow.
Fuck yourself. And like, there's people like monetizing. Everyone's like, I don't even know how to put it. Like, unjust hysteria over the possibility that this stupid thing might fucking happen. It's like there's companies that they're selling go bags and survival kits and fucking.
Yeah.
This is true.
Seriously.
Yeah, the CDC is it
the
like the Center for Disease Control actually put out like a book on what they think you're supposed to do for a zombie apocalypse. Which it's just like, do you have anything better to do? Like, don't you guys have a strain?
Clearly not.
Don't you have a strain of Ebola in the basement you should be monitoring? Like, just go back to doing that. Make sure that doesn't get out.
This is a hot social topic, right? So
Yeah.
That's why you're so hurt
Cash
when
in on
like
that.
someone at the local pub asks you about it. It's a hot social topic.
I'm just fucking tired of hearing about it. It's been years now. Years and years. Like, it's like the same people that play Cards Against Humanity.
Oh, the
You know
worst.
what I mean? It's,
The
It's a
worst.
good game.
Fuck off. Well, it was good the first 3 times, you know?
I
Yeah,
like
oh,
it.
yeah.
It's just a crutch. It's like a crutch. It's like a social crutch. Oh, like, what would you do, man? Oh, I'd have a fucking axe with a bunch of nails in it and some barbed wire. Fuck off.
Wow.
You know?
I'd almost argue you've thought of this.
Yeah, it sounds like you put some thought into this.
Yeah, the barbed wire.
Because you want
for
something
now,
that
nail.
slices, but you also want a little bit of texture.
Yeah. You're also trying to overcompensate for something with your giant axe
Yeah. Yeah, wrap it in barbed wire.
wrapped in barbed wire. Yeah, you don't want none of this, is what he's trying to say. But really, he's a gentle giant at heart. I want you on my team.
I really don't want any of it.
It's too late. You've been drafted.
It's too late. You probably already have a down payment on
Designed
a
your
sea
life
can.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I kind of looked into some
Think
stuff,
about it.
and it's all very vague. Like, everyone, there was like a voodoo tie to it. But even it kind of also talked about how it's not really a big tradition in voodoo. Like,
There's that famous story of Clairvius Narcisse.
yeah, I think
Okay.
I know. Is that the one with the girl with the broken leg or something?
No.
Oh, okay.
Clairvius.
No.
And this is like a name that I'll never forget. I seen this documentary in the 1990s, and it just stayed with me forever. It's like some dude down in Haiti,
Yeah.
Oh, he got
aka
killed by his brother or
Zombieland,
something?
Yeah.
and he was like
That
a
guy?
wealthy landowner that like fucked over his family and did all sorts of
Yeah,
like
totally.
hellish stuff. And
Yeah.
there's a voodoo law, I guess, and he broke the voodoo law, so then he died. And then like 20 years, he didn't die because he broke
I
voodoo
thought he
law.
got killed.
No, he
I
just
thought he got
died.
killed.
But 20
pretty sure he
years
got
after
killed
his death,
by his-
he returned to
Yeah,
the
killed by
town.
cancer.
He died of suspicious causes, but there was
I
no.
think he got killed by like a family member.
Yeah, maybe his brother.
Yeah.
But then, like 20 years later, he returned to his town, and was
Yeah.
like, the witch doctor, gave me something. I remember the funeral. I remember being buried. Like he was just like catatonic. And
Yeah.
then after the funeral, that guy dug me up, and I was like a slave on his plantation for 18 years until he died. And then whatever they were doing to keep him sedated.
Curse lifted.
Well, like
Yeah.
probably some kind of like a drug.
Wow.
Once the like plantation owner died, he was like able to like get his faculties back, and he came back to his hometown, and everyone remembered him. And his sister's like, "Yep, that's my brother. He died 20 years ago. I cried at his grave." So it's like
He watched.
reasonably that happened, but it was
Yeah.
like how based on science did it happen? It wasn't a curse or anything. So
No.
they like
No, likely not.
likely like whatever is in like blowfish that like you can't eat, it causes paralysis.
Yeah.
And then
See, because okay, did
Some
this guy
kind of-
write a book or something, or is it a movie?
it was a
There is a
documentary
movie
I
about-
saw about 16
Okay.
years
Pretty
ago.
infamous story.
Because I've seen like there was a fucking I can't remember what the movie was called, but it was supposed to be about zombies, but it wasn't at all, and it was based on a book called I think it was like The Serpent and the Rainbow.
Oh yeah, that's with
And
like Bill Paxton or some shit.
Yeah, and he gets
Yeah.
grabbed by the dick at one point. It was pretty
Yeah,
good.
it's like a Wes Craven movie.
Yes, that is. Yeah, but so in that one, that's kind of like what you're talking about. It was like a chemical induced zombie, like not a dead person, but just like like the
like-
blowfish and something
Yeah.
else that like they would give to them and make them like catatonic kind of thing.
And that's the origins in voodoo. It's like the fucking walking corpse thing. That's Hollywood.
Yeah,
Like the voodoo zombie
Yeah.
is just like a puppet, I guess.
yeah, for sure, right? Like you could manipulate them or enter their body was the thing, or
Oh,
the other
entering
one
the
that I
body
read
for
was it
sure.
was like another like suicide tie-in, but was like a way like Haitian people and back then voodoo would convince people not to kill themselves. Was if you killed yourself, you would come back as like the undead. Like that is where zombies came from. And Baron Samedi from the James
James
Bond
Bond,
movies was like a real
Yeah.
like they worshipped him, and he was like the guy that would come and collect up all the souls and take them to the other side, I guess. But if you had like pissed him off in your life, he would leave you to walk the world as a zombie, kind of the same as a ghost, I guess.
Yeah.
But that was about it. Nothing about the ripping your stomach apart and eating your entrails.
Yeah. That's all
Brains
George
and
Romero. Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
That's Hollywood,
Yeah.
right?
Now you probably
that
know
story that
that
Narcisse story is like, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Something Narcisse
Clairvius.
or whatever. Yeah, I heard like
Yeah.
My boy Claire.
similar rendition of that, and it was like, yeah, he fucking somehow the curse or the spell was lifted, or whatever drugs he was on obviously wore off once the guy died, and he went to go visit his sister, and his sister was like obviously freaked out because she had witnessed the funeral and everything, and assumably his dead body like 20 years prior, and he showed up and he like had like a scar on, or he had like a wound on his face that looked fresh, and he was saying it was from like a nail that was driven into the coffin that ended up hitting his face. It is interesting. I want to look more into that. I didn't get too deep into any zombie shit because like I said, almost every wormhole led down to the fucking doomsday prep shit.
Oh yeah.
I was just over it.
Yeah, I didn't
But that
read
is an
any.
interesting
I didn't
story.
read any apocalypse stuff. Like it was like stupid. Yeah.
I tried to look into like the African traditions and
Dembula.
yeah.
That was one thing I was reading, and the Dembula was like the god who created everything. He was like a snake dude, but I'm almost positive that that's who Chucky chants to in those child play movies, like "Do a Dembula, give me the power, I beg of you." Yeah. So that was like a weird, like, "Ooh, Dembula, I've heard of you."
Yeah,
he was just some
like,
African god.
It was like some voodoo deal, right? Yeah, that makes
Exactly.
sense.
Yeah,
That lines up.
He learned some black voodoo magic. So, and then there was another weird like Mesopotamia reference of the god Esther threatening people with the dead coming back, and the dead would consume the innocent, and the dead would prevail, which was kind of like just the vague. Like I feel like any of those books of Revelation prophesies about the dead rising and coming back. So I guess it's always kind of been there, that dead coming back, but never anything zombie. Was just like, even like I think he was like an African king. There was a zombie guy. Like it was all just super random, right? And
Zombie or cannibals?
both. No.
Both,
Yeah. No, cannibals, that's different. They're alive, right? They know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that I thought was interesting was, even RJ, like you're probably more into the George A. Romero stuff than I am. but that like he didn't even call in the very first Night of the Living Dead. He didn't refer to the zombies as zombies. They were ghouls.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until like after the movie got big and took off that somebody kind of slapped the term zombie to it.
Yeah.
So, and that's where like that came. You know what I mean? And a ghoul is like a possessed person too, which is also kind of just throw that in there as a little info.
Yeah, we were kind of shooting around the idea of doing an episode on ghouls this month.
Yeah, I threw that out there.
And it took all of about 30 seconds for me personally to realize that this is going.
I just like the word.
Like
ghoul.
The word's cool. The word's the only cool thing.
Did you say the word is ghoul or cool?
It's cool ghoul.
Very cool.
Fucking cool ghoul. Like that's gonna be a TV show we're gonna develop for the Cartoon Network.
The
cool ghouls.
Is it a
Is it a high school drama? I think so.
Speaking of Romero, I saw on like Facebook this week his widow uncovered like 30 or some bullshit number of like scripts in the basement because he died like 2 years ago. So there's all these like horror fans like freaking out, like all these like possible movies. But I'm on the other side of it. Like his last 3 movies were so fucking horrible that they should dig him up and throw the scripts in the coffin and put it back underground.
Wow.
Like, do not even look at a single one of those ideas. They're horrible.
Yeah, leave the man alone.
As standalone movies, were they horrible or horrible because of his notoriety?
No, a standalone movie is just horrible.
Horrible.
Yeah, because he did the, like, Dawn of the Dead trilogy, which are all awesome, and I fucking love them. And I was going to say, like, that's why I really like them even originally, because if you think of, like, what other director, like, creates, like, a new monster?
Yeah.
And especially one that has become just so mainstream. Like, George Romero started zombies as we know them.
He's
There's
like
nothing else before that. And, like, that's pretty cool.
Shelley.
Like, props to you. Like, the first person that, like, thought of, like, mummies in, like, Egypt. Like, oh, the mummy gets up and it walks around. Like, props to you. That's a good idea. Like, there's no new ideas.
Yeah.
But he started zombies, so props. Awesome.
But you could argue that it is kind of just like Frankenstein is a zombie.
Yeah.
The mummy would be a zombie.
But not the,
right?
like fighting each other, making new ones, and...
Yeah, okay.
Like, that's a pretty unique idea.
Yeah.
So it's not easy to, like, come up with a new version of a dragon or something. Like, that's... It seems like everything's been done until someone does something new, and then you're like, oh, it's easy.
Yeah.
But yeah,
yeah,
I give him his props there. But his last several movies, like Talk of the Dead or Diary of the Dead, and there's like a Island of the... Like, he just went nuts in the last 10 years of just blank of the dead, and they're all unwatchable. It's like a...
So he's got 30 more coming.
He's got a whole bunch more.
Yeah. Dead of the Dead.
Dead.
I think the last one I saw was Land of the Dead.
And that was pretty good. That was the 4th one. Yeah. But I like Land of the Dead. All down the hill out after that.
But that was also like, there was like the resurgence in the zombies, right? Like, one of the things that I read that, I think it was even like, I don't know, I don't want to say Romero said it, but that like zombies are bigger.
You can give him the credit if you want.
Yeah, sure. Bigger in video games than they are on film, which I think is true. Like, Resident Evil back in like the mid-90s was like a zombie-based game that was fucking huge. And when that movie came out in the late 90s, like, it kind of gave birth to this second round of Dawn of the Dead remake and even The Walking Dead, right? Like, Walking Dead wouldn't be a thing.
Like, there's a bunch of turn of the millennia zombie movies.
But, like, Resident Evil is still a huge series, right? And like, what's the other one where you're the photographer on Xbox? That was a good one.
Dead Rising.
That's
a good one.
Yeah. So
what was the other one that we played and we screamed all night?
Was it Left 4 Dead?
Left 4 Dead. Yeah, that game was so good. The first time we played it, like, Xbox Live, like, me and Skylar and 2 other buddies, like, our cousin and our other childhood friend, and like have no preconceived like what's this game, and just like the four of us drop into that apartment and it's just zombies and screaming and running, and it's like this game rules. But then like by the time the second game came out, I'm like over it, just like the zombie genre. Done. It's amazing at first, but you get sick of it real friggin' quick.
But even like Call of Duty has zombie mode, right? Like it's got its own little sub game that people play as well. That's like huge and was kind of just added on to one game, and then it's in every Call of Duty. And even like Red Dead Redemption had a zombie mode. Like it's
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It's just spiraled out of control, almost like a zombie infection.
It's a hot ticket.
It's easy to just slap that on.
Maybe we're in the
something.
apocalypse and we didn't even know.
It's just like a cool like.
Well, that's my cue.
Yeah.
See ya. Click.
Click. Click.
I want to know what bars you hang out at that like zombie apocalypse comes up so often. I've never heard anyone ever talk about that.
Fuck off.
Never. Usually
like there was it was like a huge thing a few years ago.
I don't talk to those kind of people.
I wish I didn't.
My
best friend.
I'm saying.
Tune out moments.
Get a hobby, dude. Get a fucking hobby.
If someone asks me my horoscope,
one, and it's preparing for the zombie apocalypse.
Well, we can't be friends. I'm sorry, we can't be friends.
You spent zombie
$1 on.
If
you spent even 1 cent on preparing for the zombie apocalypse, we cannot be friends anymore.
What if I bought
into your head?
A couple like cans of Chef Boyardee?
And you said to me, "This is for the zombie apocalypse."
Well, what if
Fuck
it just
you?
what
Friendship
if
done.
What if they're
15
just
years
there?
down the drain.
Yeah. What if it's just there when the zombies come, and then you're like, "Wow, I'm glad."
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Make good use of your Campbell's chunky soup and your Chef Boyardee. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right.
What if they're displayed in a glass, like an emergency break glass kind of cabinet, and there's it's just full of canned food?
You're a fucking loser.
Or like an axe with barbed wire.
Loser. And
what about wearing cargo pants?
My friend. Yeah, regardless of the zombie apocalypse, cargo pants, loser. Here I am just alienating
bucket hat,
everybody.
loser.
I don't know what kind of hat I would wear during a zombie apocalypse.
Keep the blood from getting in your eyes.
I think I'd want a hat just because if the zombies grabbed at your head, you want to be able to slip out of it. Like, you don't want them to get hair.
Oh, man. I don't even want to entertain this.
Why don't you just shave your head?
But I feel like I have to.
Because the hat you're wearing is perfect.
Yeah. We've already gone through it all.
Oh, no. Yeah, I'd get a fishing hat. One of those rubber fishing hats.
I'd just go full fucking, like, gimp suit, I think.
Slippery.
Really leather.
Yeah, fucking leather right to the nines, like a zipper around my mouth. So even if I did get bit, I wouldn't hurt anybody else afterwards.
Oh. Okay.
Like an Asian mask.
Yeah. With a big dick on it for hitting people with.
Just
but
turn quickly.
Yeah.
Old knee slapper.
Yeah. Knock their knees together real hard.
Like,
yeah, it's definitely wrapped in barbed wire. But I think, too, the leather would help against potential bites and nicks and scrapes.
Yeah. Yeah, getting shit in your wounds.
Ooh, this isn't the play.
Not getting wounds.
You read a bunch of those comic books, though, didn't you, Skylar?
Yeah, I got it. Like The Walking Dead. I was into The Walking Dead for a bit there. Started with the show, I guess, but then got into the comics and read them for a very long time.
Yeah.
Surpassed the show. I think the show's only kind of getting to where I stopped now. And it was decent. It was a cool idea of a zombie apocalypse.
Is it still going?
I think they're both still going, yeah. The show and the comic.
The show will go
the same
forever.
writer.
Yeah.
And like it's one of those comics too where it's not like a Spider-Man where like every 4 or 5 months a different writer jumps on. It's like been the same guy from Jump Street. I think his name's Robert Kirkman.
Yeah.
But so it's like, that's kind of cool that it's just his idea, like Todd McFarlane doing Spawn kind of thing, right? Like
it's also an Image comic, isn't it?
It might be Image, yeah.
I
Could be
think it
Dark
is. I'm pretty
Horse, I
sure it
don't
has
really know.
a Todd McFarlane tie-in. Just that whole like, yeah, like you just said, that mythos or the, I don't know what you call that, creator-driven,
Yeah.
not a big publisher.
Yeah, it's his baby, right? And I
Yeah,
think he's got something to do with the show. But that show came out in like 2012 or 11, I think. Like,
yeah,
so,
maybe.
and even that you could say was probably right at that height of just like zombies were cool again.
Yeah.
People were getting zombie tattoos.
I remember our grandpa came up to me one time all excited about it. He got deep into Walking Dead, the TV
Yeah.
show.
Yeah,
And
we used to talk about it.
He's so excited about it, and he's just trying to explain to me how good of a show it is. And I'm like, how do I say to Grandpa that zombies are lame? Like, this is too late.
And you just don't, you know?
You just
You
missed
just-
it by 20 years,
not to that-
Grandpa.
not to that old
It's
Just let him have it.
2015.
Yeah.
But he's like, the only way to kill him is to shoot him in the head. And I'm like, yeah, I know. And he's like, no, but you can like
That's
cut
like-
their arms off and they keep coming and they just bite you and like, you become one. I'm like it's hilarious
Yep.
that someone in 2013 or 14 is just learning the rules. And that
85
person's like
years old.
85 years old, but
Yeah.
I
Learn
don't
about
care.
the
I'm not
zombies.
coming over to watch friggin' Walking Dead with you.
Yeah. No, I mean, and then me and him
pretty
used to watch The Walking Dead, and the other show was that Hell on Wheels about they're building like the railway across America.
Yeah, that's a killer show.
That was a cool show. Are you being sarcastic?
No, I like that
I
show.
never heard of
You're
it.
about to get up and leave.
It's like Colin Buchanan or whatever.
Yeah, Mr. Buchanan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a fucking great show.
It was a good show. But
Mhm.
didn't last. See, for me, The Walking Dead, I was done with it when they started doing the like Talking Dead afterwards, where it had its own TV show where they just like talked about the show that just took place like 20 minutes before. Like you know, when you
Yeah.
watch like a hockey game and they give you the post game afterwards and replay all the highlights, like that was what this show was, and it's just like, what the fuck? Like, what is the point of this?
Oh, it's just for super nerds. I mean, I understand the appeal.
Oh,
It doesn't appeal to me.
Yeah. But that was when I was done, where it's just like, the show is good, but it's not that good. Like, come on. Like, it's, you know.
But it's people who have no life and no one to talk to.
Yeah.
And, like, they want to feel included in, you know, the discussion about the show.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's who it's appealing to. And people who have probably plenty of life and plenty of people to talk to, but none of the people in their life give a fuck about The Walking Dead.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like our grandpa.
So they're like, oh, I'll subscribe to this. Yeah, I guess I just really fucking hate zombies. You know, is what it boils down to. I'm like coming to like a realization here.
I don't know, I think you guys are a little hard on zombies. I don't think I think they're a little
Just-
played
I
out,
just
but
wanna
it
hear
doesn't
about
mean
it.
I don't enjoy a good zombie flick. Did you guys see
I'd
Train
say Train
to Busan?
give it 10 years.
I think it needs like, yeah, it just needs a big break. Like whenever I
Yeah,
hear
fair
like
enough.
there's a new zombie anything, it's just like Simpsons did it. It's just like what you know, like what
See,
can you
but-
possibly do that hasn't been done already?
I feel like though there's like, I don't know,
There's
just
not
because you
enough
got
werewolf
zombie
movies.
fatigue doesn't mean that
Yeah.
other people don't
That's
have
what it
zombie
is.
fatigue, you know?
Yeah.
It's just
Right.
like, and then, like that, like I say, like I don't fucking sit down and watch the next zombie movie that comes out when they come out, but Train to Busan was pretty cool. It was like that Korean one. That was probably the last good zombie movie that I can remember seeing. But every now and then,
I think you hit the nail on the head though. It is just zombie fatigue.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't be so hard on any of this shit if I just didn't have to hear about it so often, right?
yeah, it's like, I don't know, like I'm super into like the Marvel movies, and I always read reviews for those movies and it's like the biggest pet peeve of mine is at the end of the review, it's like, but superhero fatigue, like nobody likes this anymore, so we're gonna give it like a lower rating, and it's just like, fuck you. Like, just because you're tired of it doesn't mean there aren't other people
Yeah.
that aren't tired of it, and you can't judge one movie because you fucking don't because you're fatigued. Like, oh, like take a fucking
Yeah.
nap, have a Red Bull.
Someone else
Chill
should
the
review
fuck
it
out.
then. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like, don't send the guy that's tired of the whole genre. Like, oh, I got drama fatigue because they've only been making dramas for the last 75 years. Like, you know, fucking La La Land.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
got
even know what
musical
that's-
fatigue, and there's only one a year.
Yeah, fuck that shit. Moulin
Yeah, I
Rouge.
got musical fatigue the first time I seen Cry Baby. That was it.
I wanted to like it because it has all the elements.
Oh, fuck off.
But yeah, you watch it and
Yeah.
you're like, fuck this.
What the fuck is
My
Cry Baby?
ex-girlfriend forced me to watch it. It's like some Johnny Depp
It's like a
musical.
John Waters
Oh.
movie, but it's like a Johnny Depp musical Greasers thing. So it
Okay,
sounds
yeah.
like, you know, John Waters is cool, Greasers
Yeah.
are cool, Johnny Depp is cool.
Johnny Depp is
But-
not
Yeah.
cool.
He was in the 80s. This is an
You
old
think
movie.
zombies are lame, but Johnny Depp is cool?
In the 80s, I got Depp fatigue
I
like the
think
rest
Johnny
of us.
Depp over zombies.
Like, Johnny Depp hasn't been cool since, like, what's it been eating Forrest Gump or whatever the fuck that movie was.
Yeah, this is
Forrest
an old
Whitaker.
movie.
Gilbert Grape.
Crybaby's
Killer Grape,
old.
that's it, yeah.
Yeah.
That was like 92.
Yeah, Crybaby's old as shit.
Oh, okay, alright.
Yeah, it
maybe
is,
maybe
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
give it a chance. But even then, if it's not
He's
fucking,
young.
like, 22 Jump Street, I'm sure it's not that good.
He was in 21 Jump Street, wasn't he? Didn't he have a cameo? In
Maybe.
the
No,
movie?
I don't probably, I'm sure he was too cool for the cameo.
Fuck, that was a
Too
good movie.
busy being a fucking pirate, which is the other, like, big fad. Like, first it was pirates.
Oh, yeah.
Then it was zombies.
Pirates are worse than zombies.
And then somewhere in there was the Twilight series.
Yep.
That was big. Harry Potter. I'll give Harry Potter some credit. At least that's like a legit book series that you can go read and learn stuff about.
learn stuff about this fake topic. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this fake world. Yeah. Go learn
Go
it.
learn.
Hogwarts
Idiot.
isn't real? Are you kidding me?
I don't know.
I mean,
Is
it's
it?
a book, right? It's not like a. At least
don't
if your
know.
kids are reading and they're reading, it doesn't matter. It's all unless they're like,
Yeah, yeah.
You know. But I don't
Yeah,
know. What's
I don't know
next?
anything about Harry Potter.
I know that he's a little small
Mhm.
boy. I know we both want to kill Hermione after a couple episodes ago. The which one?
Oh yeah.
Just kill her.
Just
It's easy.
kill her.
Yeah. No,
I'm sure there's
not.
zombies in Harry Potter.
Oh, probably.
There's gotta be.
Yeah, like you're right
A
about
zombie?
creating the genre that it's like there's zombies in Marvel comic book, comic
Yeah.
books. There's
I had a few of
There's
those
Marvel
Marvel zombie
zombies.
comics.
yeah, it's whatever. It is what it is.
You just add it to anything. You could have Zombie Frasier and it'd be cool for 2 episodes, but you don't need a whole season of
Zombie
it.
Frasier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, that
His old dad just sits in his recliner,
Yeah.
craving brains.
The fucking-
He's the
dog.
only one still alive because he was basically a zombie the whole time.
No makeup
Just
required.
rotten meat.
Yeah, no makeup required. Frasier's just stupid because his brain got eaten first because it was all big.
Oh yeah,
Smart.
it's so much protein.
See, now, what about, like, 28 Days Later? Like, that was also a game changer
Yep.
movie, zombie,
Yeah.
you know? Like, if George A. whatever made the fucking zombies all, like, slow and stupid and whatnot, but 28 Days Later, I think, was the one that made it, like, why do the zombies... I guess that was also, like, a virus, which was also
Yeah.
kind of also believable. But that, why did the zombies have to be, like, decaying, falling apart? Like, why can't they have, maybe not necessarily enhanced strength, but, like, the strength of the normal person, right? Like,
yeah, just
Yeah,
super
yeah.
aggressive. Yeah.
yeah, like, why not just...
Well, because I would say like traditional zombies do have enhanced strength, right? Like they rip people's arms off and shit.
they got at least monkey strength, right? Like,
Monkey strength,
Yeah.
yeah. Chimpanzee strength.
yeah, they could probably stick a finger through your eye and grab your skull from the front and rip it off.
I never
I'll give
liked
him
that
that.
though. That doesn't add up. They should have no strength. They're like decaying.
Oh, yeah.
Decay, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, that's like where 28 Days Later, like I think Rue was kind of going there. Like it was nice twist to see them aggressive and fast, and just have like regular
Yeah.
human capabilities.
Yeah.
And not decay,
Like, yeah, sure,
right?
he could
Like,
jump off a building, but So could any guy.
Yeah.
They were less like, you know, body parts hanging off, but like they were bleeding blood from their mouths and shit because it was just like gross, dirty infection, like tuberculosis. You know?
Yeah.
Maybe that's all it was. Just had tuberculosis.
A heightened strain of that, yeah.
That's cool. That's or rabies. Apparently, rabies is a thing that you can't live from.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rabies
I'm
is
just
terrifying.
saying, like,
Terrifying.
who knows?
I got in a
Terrifying.
rabies like
Nuts.
YouTube hole recently. Just like search dying of rabies on YouTube. And it's fucking terrifying. Someone just like gasping for air, like
Yeah.
like just strapped to a
Jesus. Yeah.
bed, just fucking drying out from the inside, foaming.
out.
Like, oh my
They can't-
god,
Like a
They
zombie.
can't drink water.
horrible
right?
death. Yeah,
Yeah.
Maybe that's it. Maybe, like, I don't know. Zombies
It's
are...
a form of rabies.
It could be.
it could be.
Should be.
Mhm.
That's the next movie.
Like if rabies and tuberculosis had a child.
Yeah. It would be... That's our Zomcom right there.
Oh, it's
tuberculosis. Always coughing
Someone
on.
meets somebody with rabies and
Yeah.
tuberculosis. They have a kid.
John Cusack can be in it.
Throw
Great.
some polio
Oh,
in
please.
for an interesting
Yeah.
three-way.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone's in a wheelchair. Yeah. With a blanket.
I think they gotta they gotta cast John Cusack and Joan Cusack as lovers in the same film.
And have a real like penetrating sex scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Full penetration sex.
Look, there's only one way we can film this. Full penetration. No condom.
Mm-mm.
That's how the zombies started. That child.
Yeah, brother and sister relations. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it was Jeffrey Dahmer's plan? Like that was kind of like a zombie thing, right? Like he was trying to.
He
make
did
these
want to
people
make.
catatonic, subservient.
He didn't want to make
right?
sex zombies. That was his thing.
Mm-hmm. Sex zombies.
He
Yeah.
says he succeeded for a little while. Like he got someone. There's like one story, he, like drilled a hole in the dude's head and poured like battery acid in the hole, and the guy stayed alive for like 18 hours or something. And
Wow.
Jeffrey just like made use of that sex zombie.
So it's
So
not
it's
like the
still
guy was
warm.
doing anything. He was just, again, like a catatonic, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
brain dead.
vegetable.
Yeah. Slowly letting his brain be consumed by acid.
Oh man, that's
It's
rough.
friggin' dirty.
Sick shit.
The worst part
Yeah.
about that whole story is like the way he got caught was like somebody complained to the smell in his like high-rise building that he was in. And it's like, to me, it
Mhm.
just is like, what does that tell you about high-rise buildings? Like the smells that you encounter when you walk down those halls. That it's like you just don't even
Yeah.
know that guy's got like a meat locker full of dead sex zombies.
Well, like, and how did he murder people so like efficiently without alarming anybody?
I think it has to do with, again, like
Yeah.
being in an apartment and people probably just keeping their head down and being like,
I
Yeah.
guess.
bringing
But
dudes.
even running a power drill at 4 a.m. to drill a hole in someone's head, like, you think someone's banging
Someone
on the
would
wall.
This is
complain.
true, yeah. He would just turn
Yeah,
up as
it's
Johnny
wild.
Carson really loud and
Yeah.
ugh.
His late night TV going. Yeah, that's wild, eh? So yeah, it's kind of what he was trying to do, eh? Make sex zombies.
Yeah.
Apparently he didn't have to. He didn't try. He did it.
Yeah, he did
According
it.
to RJ.
Yeah, he succeeded.
Jesus.
Yeah. There's a weird movie I watched with Jeremy Renner as, I think it's called Dahmer, and it's really bad.
Hmm.
But I'm pretty sure that dude's in it, where he just drills into his head. Yeah.
I think I've seen parts of that. I remember seeing like a trailer where he's like skinning animals in the woods or something like that.
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah.
Sounds like old Jeff.
Yeah. Oh, Jeff.
Old Jeffy. Always fucking those squirrels.
Well, there is like a natural state that's like I don't know much about it, but it's like catatonic schizophrenia or something like that.
Yeah.
Where like you will like you're like
Where's
You're
this
awake.
going?
conscious. Well, I don't know. It's like some
Very
it's an
opposite
actual-
Segue out of
words.
the sex zombies to like, well, there is this form of schizophrenia.
Well,
that,
no, it's like a legit medical term, and I guess plague that people deal with. I don't know how rare it is, but basically turns you into a zombie type. You know,
wow.
more catatonic, but like like very rigid. Like you're like think Frankenstein mixed with zombies, but like definitely still living. Like your heart's still beating, your blood's still circulating. You're not dead, but you have like mannerisms of zombies and
Okay, I get what you're
Kinda.
saying now.
yeah, there is an actual medical term.
Like it's
for it.
Yeah, I
called
think
my
it's just
sex
called
life.
like going catatonic. You just
Yeah, it's
like
like
all
catatonic
stressed out.
schizophrenia.
You just lose it.
That you just
Yeah.
go catatonic. Wow, that would suck.
Like Chief in
Yeah.
Cuckoo's Nest.
He was
Yeah,
faking.
totally, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
was
was.
faking.
But he was like
He was
mute
the
and-
whole time.
Yeah, forgot.
He was.
Spoiler.
He threw the fucking water fountain through the window
And then just ran away.
right at the end. Like he was
Yeah.
faking. He was waiting.
Oh, he was
for
waiting,
that
biding
perfect
his time.
moment.
Yeah. As soon as
Also-
he's just like, I'm throwing that fucking sink through the wall. I don't give a fuck if I escape or not.
Throwback to 15 minutes ago. Simpsons did it.
Simpsons did it. Simpsons did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Chief.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, zombies. What would you do if
Zombies on
if
The
your loved
Simpsons?
one became a zombie? Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Fucking shoot them.
Treehouse
What
of
would
Horror.
you what?
They're not.
What would you do if one of your loved ones became zombie? Would you lock them up and hope for a cure? Like
No.
I'm gonna just leave.
Yeah, just leave.
Yeah.
Shoot them or leave.
Yeah.
break their legs?
I feel like the people who are gonna become zombies are the people who want to talk about it all the fucking time, because they're gonna think that they're, they got their shit together. They're Woody Harrelson in fucking Zombie Land.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, yeah, they're gonna think that they got this shit down, and they're gonna be the first ones eaten.
They got their outfit all picked out and their sweet weapon, but once
Yeah.
it comes time to putting that axe in their baby sister's face, they're gonna freeze.
Trying to run in their trench coat. And not
Yeah.
getting anywhere.
Running high
Yeah, you gotta
heels
have, you
and
gotta have a
fall.
cool
Yeah.
duster.
Yeah, your cool duster's not built for
You
running.
need a cool duster
Yeah.
in the zombie apocalypse. No one ever talks about that.
No
Fucking losers.
fucking losers.
Yeah. Well, that's where we're at, right? With the zombies.
Yeah, we touched on voodoo, movies, losers.
What about this like generation of people that are just like glued to their phones?
Ooh, that's a good one. Good
Are they the
twist.
Type of zombie.
It's definitely like, you see, like, I don't know. Like, I know I'm on my phone. Like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I don't, like, have my phone in my hand, like, a good chunk of the day, and I'm looking at stuff. Like, Mike's doing it right now.
Yeah.
No, I was picking a hair.
Yeah,
out
right.
of my leg.
It's the same excuse I use.
Yeah, popping a hair out of my leg.
I don't get the fucking walking down the street, like, staring at my phone.
Yeah.
Like, it's a weird phenomenon that I watch kids do. When I say children, I think anyone under like 25. But they'll just be like, walking, crossing the street, and just like eyes glued to their phone. And it's like, man, like there's shit going on around you right now that could like take you out. Like not only me and my truck, but like what if like a gust of wind took out that pole,
Yeah.
or and it's just, I don't know, it's amazing to me. Just like, I thought a dude today in Tim Hortons was fucking dead because I walked by him and he just had his like neck cranked all the way down, like, and he was just sitting there like this kind of thing, and like I like was watching him and like got my coffee and walked by him and kind of looked, and he totally was just like probably looking at porn or something that he shouldn't be doing.
Hortons.
Being
But in a
super
Tim Hortons,
secretive.
but he had it like down between his legs, and like it was just such a weird sight where it's
Porn.
like, dude, like you're sitting in Tim Hortons, like go to the
You're in
washroom,
public, yeah.
burn that free Wi-Fi. Like I don't give a fuck. But
It's amazing
Well,
though.
look at like the hordes of people at shopping malls, like during Christmas and stuff. They're fucking zombies too.
ugh,
Just bouncing from store to store, ringing in their fucking credit cards,
Yeah.
buying all their bath bombs and, you know, super expensive crap that no one really needs. You know,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
a type of zombie.
I definitely
guess.
haven't, in the last, like, 2
Social
years.
zombie.
Can't say I don't go to malls, because I do, but it's definitely, like, last-ditch effort. Like, I hate going into malls just because of that.
Oh,
like,
fucking hate it.
It's
people
so
walking,
artificial and weird.
and it's people walking with their phones and just not giving a fuck about anything. And it's just like, I don't give a fuck about a lot of things, but like, look up. Like, just look up. You're
Yeah.
gonna run into people.
Yeah.
You're gonna, like, I don't know. I'm just an
There's
old
plenty to
fucking
see.
man. Yeah,
You know?
yeah. Look at all these
If
weirdos
you're
looking at
in
their
a mall,
phone.
I was gonna say, if you're in the mall, you might as well observe some of the finer things, like yoga pants,
Ooh,
I feel like
crop tops.
I know
You
I'm
know?
like a little bit of an outlier with I don't know, the way I see the world, but the idea of going to a mall and not knowing what I want and just going in and out of stores, maybe I'll buy this or maybe I'll buy that. Like, that is so foreign and bizarre to me. Like, I'm so like a utilitarian and like, oh, I need a new pair of shoes. I'm going to go get the cheapest, plainest ones I can get.
yeah.
But, like, every now and then, like, I go to a mall because I like going to the movies, and most times movie theaters are in malls. So I'll, like, walk through a mall to a movie theater. And it's, like, all these stores of, like, random-ass brands I've never heard of, and just, like, a Randy River equivalent. And it's, like, who goes to these? But there's, like, so many people in all these stores just looking at, like, random shirts and holding up sweaters, like, oh, maybe I like this sweater, or maybe I like it. It's just so weird.
Yeah. Well, it's like it's a pastime
Don't
spending
get it.
your money
Yeah.
on goodies, you know?
But just
yeah, I don't get it
wasting
either.
your money.
Yeah.
Like, just like,
There's only a few stores that like I will happily frequent without any directive, like thrift stores, because you never know what you're gonna find, and like record shops.
yeah, pretty much.
That's it,
Yeah.
because you don't know that you want something until you go there and you're just exploring the randomness, and then it's like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
But that's it,
Yeah.
you know?
And the beer
And you're
store.
not going to find a record shop or a thrift store in the mall. Or the beer
Beer store, liquor store.
Yeah.
Put my credit
Well,
card on the desk and just be like, I'll be back for this, right? Like,
Yeah. Stuck me a tab.
yeah, get me the little scanner. Just all just old Milwaukee.
Yeah. And to get a tall can and a short can.
I'll pull my truck around back and you just drop a skid in. Thanks. No, it's the joke actually is the opposite of where like my roommate. It's like, okay, I'm gonna go to Walmart and I'm gonna get like a jacket. I'll be back. Like, you know, and I'll be back in like fucking 15 minutes. And it's like, wow, that was quick. And it's like, yeah, because went to get a jacket. Like, I didn't go to
They
fucking
have them there.
peruse the fucking jacket section. I walked in, first jacket. Oh, it's black. In my size, done. Gone.
Done.
You know?
Yeah.
Going to the beer store.
See,
That was quick. Yeah. Because I know where the old Milwaukee is. I'm not talking to anybody. Just fucking in and out.
I like to subscribe to the utilitarian side of things too, but like I'm super indecisive. So even if I wanted to go to a mall and shop around, I would never buy anything. If that was ever a thing I want to do, because I can't pull the trigger.
Right.
Yeah.
I just can't.
Yeah.
Like
Fair
it's
enough.
like I need to know that I'm getting the best bang for my buck or something like that. I don't know what it is. I really don't.
No. I get it. Yeah,
I
no,
have a
you're
hard
just... I'm the same way. It's
Yeah.
like, I get called being cheap all the time. But it's like, no, I just don't fucking spend my money, like, frivolously. Frivolously?
Yeah.
Like, I like to
Yeah.
think about what I'm buying, and then I buy it. And I'm stoked on it. And it's not something that I buy, and then in fucking 3 or 4 weeks, I don't want it. Like, oh, why did I buy this? I
Yeah.
don't have those thoughts. I have those thoughts in the store before I buy them, and then I don't buy them.
I see.
Yeah, we went to the city a couple weeks ago, or I guess it was a month or so ago now, and it was like before we left, it was like, yeah, we're gonna go to all these thrift stores and we're gonna find all this cool shit. And yeah, sure, we did. We toured around and went to some cool shops and stuff. No malls, just shops. And but I didn't buy anything. I bought a fucking tambourine. Like the whole week I was in the city, like the only thing I came back with was a fucking tambourine. You know?
Wow. Oh,
Yeah.
that's good.
Like I just can't
Yeah, I
fucking
just don't care at all.
spend money. No. Spend money on junk that I don't need.
Like a tambourine.
A tambourine.
Yeah, well, I need that.
That's a
Duh.
fucking need.
You know?
Get off my
That
back,
is a need
Mom.
for sure. How am I going to keep the crows out of here? Tambourine. Day and night.
All the time. Just keep it on your belt.
Just dangle it from your ass.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't need a tambourine.
Tambourine.
I'm sorry. My bad. Like... Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's... I back to the kids. The stupid kids and their cell phones, though. Like... I get it. Like, again, I'm on my phone, but there was, like, this one day where I pulled into the local grocery market, and, like, so I pulled in the driveway, and then this kid is walking the same way that I'm going, but I'm pulling in, and, like, so the kid has the right of way, but she has, like, her phone in her hand, and is just staring at the phone, and I'm, like, in this, like, not, like, in the road, like, I'm in the middle, either way, but it's, like, I just don't stop, and I just, like, slowly creep up on this girl, and she doesn't look up once at all until, like, she, like, finally, she gets past where I was, and I'm still just creeping the whole way, and then she kind of, like, did one of those double takes, like, look back, like, you asshole, like, you almost hit me. And it was just, and like the roommate was there too, and we were just laughing. We're just like, no, like I saw you the whole time. The whole time I was driving, I've watched you, and like this giant fucking ton Ford Ranger truck is like rolling up on you, and you didn't even look up once. Like it's phenomenal. Like no headphones or nothing, just fucking oblivious to the world around her.
I remember like
stunk at me.
Yeah, fuck.
Jeez, like 15 years ago now when the iPhone came out, or not the iPhone, the iPod came out. And I remember like walking down the sidewalk, and I was like behind like this like couple, and they had like a earbud in each ear, and they're like splitting the iPod. And I remember thinking then like, wow, like people are so friggin' addicted to iPods now. Like, they're, like, not even talking to each other. Like, they're just, like... It was so bizarre to me to be, like, walking with your girlfriend and not talking. Just, like, an earbud in each ear. And, like, that seems so silly now. Because it's, like, no one would ever do that. Now they'd have each their own walking, listening to their own music. They wouldn't even be sharing anymore. So, in a way, like, that was actually romantic.
Wireless earbuds, right?
Yeah, now it's just, like, Bluetooth earbuds. Yeah. But it's like that's actually like kind of cute when you look back at it now. Like, oh, they're sharing.
Yeah.
But now, for sure,
it still happens. It's
rare. But now it's just like walking on your phone.
Did your heart just grow?
Well, you look back at it, you're like, oh, that's kind of cute.
That's kind of cute now.
Because like, okay, I'll compare that to this.
Fuck you! You were the king of sharing earbuds.
Last week, I was at this like event, and as I was leaving, this girl was like, oh, can you walk me to the town center? Because my phone died and I don't know how to get there without Google Maps. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And I like walk her to like the main square. I'm like, see you later. Maybe we'll hang out next week or something. And just like, whatever, no problem. And then we hung out a few days later, and she did not put her phone away the entire time we were together. Like, we're walking around and just has her phone in her hand, chatting on Facebook the entire time. I remember like laughing, like, oh, I can see why your phone was out of batteries the other day. And she's like, why? I'm like, because you have not turned it off. Your screen is at 1,000% brightness, broad daylight, and you're just walking around talking on Facebook while talking to me. And it's like, what world is this? You can't.
That's zombies.
It can't even like, because she's like, well, because if someone messaged me, I have to answer them. I'm like, no, you don't. You can answer them later.
Yeah, set some time aside in the evening, or like, you know, when you're not in a social situation.
When you're not walking around with someone else having a conversation.
Just fucking put the phone down for 4 hours.
Yeah.
See,
like, try it.
I don't know about you guys. I'm a simple man, but it's like I can probably like list 4 or 5 websites that I frequent on the reg.
Pornhub.
Yeah.
Pornhub number
1 and 4 on the list. Pornhub and Pornhub search.
And Pornhub premium.
Yeah, different sites. But like, what do you need to constantly look at on your phone on the internet that is so like I need to look every 5 minutes? Like Facebook, Instagram,
it's people validating
not that cool.
your social status.
Yeah,
that's what it is. Like you post that picture where you look cute or you look, edgy or whatever, and you need to be validated. You need people to tell you look cute and edgy,
right.
Or whatever you're going
Fair
for.
enough. Yeah.
It's validation. That's what it is. It's not about staying social because there's not enough shit to talk about to be on your phone 24 hours a day with anybody.
Yeah.
It just isn't.
I also feel like it's a bit narcissistic. Like,
this is, bit. It's all the way.
And like selfies and all that nonsense.
Yeah.
It's just like I don't give a fuck about looking at your picture every single day.
Yeah.
When you
I make
go
a point
to
not like a selfie on Instagram.
Yeah.
Because I know what you're trying to do.
People go to fucking like somewhere like the Leaning Tower of Pisa and they take a selfie of them with the Leaning Tower. It's you don't need to be in that picture for me to know that you're at the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and you being in the picture makes it that much worse. Like that's a beautiful piece of architecture. Sure, it wasn't foundationally sound.
No,
but we don't need you in that picture. Like fuck off.
Yeah.
Take a picture of it and then
I'd rather see a picture of it than a picture of you and it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
1,000%.
Now I get the selfies with like the girlfriend or the roommate or whoever, and it's kind of just like, hey, there's a beautiful scenery behind us. Let's get a nice picture of the two of us. But to do it yourself,
we're about to fuck.
Yeah, we're gonna fuck under this bridge after we take a picture. Yeah. I would take a couple pictures of that too.
Yeah.
I put that on Reddit though. It doesn't go on fucking Facebook.
Yeah. That goes on Homegrown on Reddit.
Yeah,
or whatever.
Gone Wild.
Yeah, Gone Wild. Yeah.
I actually
probably seen you on there a couple times, Mike. Yeah, okay.
Shout out to Gone Wild.
Yeah.
Check it out if you haven't.
I got wild twice during this podcast.
Where's
the camera? I don't know.
Maybe like 2 months ago, I deleted Facebook off my phone, the app, because it's
it's a nice treat.
It's just too many notifications, and it's too tempting to check it every time you have a mental break to just check it. So I usually have my computer nearby often enough that I still feel like I'm up to date, but it's so freeing to not have that check constantly.
Yeah, I got rid of Facebook for a while too and just had Messenger.
Yeah.
Because that was all that I really used Facebook for anyways.
Yeah.
Right?
I love Facebook. It's great, but it's just the temptation is too easy to just check it constantly.
It's too easy to kill 30 minutes, or if you're a certain type of person, the entire day just scrolling. Like you're not getting anything out of it.
It's pretty sweet though when you get into those creep holes though, where you're just like, what about this person? And you ever have that where you just get that random thought about some fucking weirdo that you went to high school with, and you're just like, where are they now? And you can't wait for the high school reunion. You just fucking hop on Facebook and just wow.
No, I've never
done that. I don't do that. No,
oh,
I never remember anyone's name anyway.
Think about it now.
That or you're just fucking lying. It's like a full-grown person
telling
you they've never shit their pants as an adult.
Well, let's not get into that today.
Really?
For me, it's because I didn't go to high school. But I don't have that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never liked anyone I went to high school with, and it was so long ago. I don't care at all.
No, I doesn't mean I like them.
Four people, and 2 of them are on Skype with me.
I've had sex with people I didn't like. Just
but I don't want to know anything about them anymore.
Fucking creep and a poke and see you later.
I'm big on digging into the comments
There's
on
definitely
stuff.
one time I did.
Oh.
Because there was this girl that it was in our art class, and I don't want to name. I'm not going to name names, but it was the one year I did go to school. Me and Rue had art class together, and there was this chick, and she was always so foxy, but she was that quiet, strong type.
Ooh, the quiet foxy,
or whatever.
yeah.
Quiet foxy, and don't know anything about her. I was like, oh, I wonder what she's doing. I couldn't even remember her name.
Yeah.
Like I tried to go on there and it was like, yeah, okay.
Not ringing any bells.
I wouldn't
no.
remember anyone's name from high school.
No, every once in a while I'll get like a friend request from somebody that I might have known, and it's like I don't even know if I know you.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah, no.
Check the profiles, like you look familiar.
I'm just.
You're not a Nigerian prince trying to scam me. So
see, I'm the cool dude that has like the really good memory that like I'll remember people from high school, but then like
Did you just say the
no,
cool
but listen,
dude?
yeah.
Did you say I'm the
but
cool
then
dude? Yeah.
but then when I fucking encounter them like later in life,
cool ghoul.
and they'll be like, "Oh, hey man, how's it going?" I'll play cool and just be like, "Oh, like, do I remember you? Like, I don't know you." You know, and then get them reintroduce themselves, but really,
So
it's like
what you're saying
I'm
is
the cool dude.
what you're saying is you're way cooler now thinking about high school than you actually were in high school.
oh, I was not cool.
Because you weren't cool
No, I
in high
wasn't
school.
cool in high school.
You were not cool in
No,
high school.
I'm pretty sure
no.
I didn't go to high school either, but I did.
There was, yeah.
Because
yeah,
I was
you
just
were
like a
gross.
nobody.
There was
yeah.
one year, you were really cool for 1 year, and it was that year you had your afro.
According to you. And you were only there
Yeah,
for
I
like
thought
2
that was
months.
cool.
That was the coolest year
I
you
thought
had.
that was super cool.
You know, there was like 8 other months where you weren't there. But I wasn't
Yeah.
cool the whole time.
Well, to me, you were the shit, dude.
Well, thanks,
so,
man.
like, you had a good run. You had a good
Thanks, dude. By the way, I didn't say cool once. I said ghoul the whole time.
run. Oh, you said
Yeah,
cool?
ghoul.
Okay. Yeah.
I was the
Cool
cool guy.
ghoul
that's
in
cool.
high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always going to class, getting straight D's. You know, the cool guy.
You liked high school so
I'll give
much
you a
you went
straight
until you're
D.
20 years old.
This is not true. I was 19, but I was there. You fucking went to that. You stayed as long as I did. You just had a later birthday.
I was supposed to go for 13 years. I was
I didn't go for 13 years for the record.
13 years of high
No.
school.
Absolutely. I did 1 extra year of high school. That's it. You
Yeah,
did a
right.
victory lap. I did a fucking just took my time. I took the rabbit pace. Finished last. But
You just having a
finished
good
the
time being
race.
so cool.
Yeah.
I'm too cool to finish school.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Should we ask an expert?
I don't got anything.
Mike, what kind of footwear would you wear in the apocalypse?
Oh, for fuck's sake. The same fucking thing I wear
Rubber
every day.
boots.
Boots, yeah. Yeah. I would. Rubber boots, yeah.
Okay, cool. You gotta go steel toes.
Steel toe boots?
They are.
Maybe with
They
a
are
cool
steel toe.
fucking like like the spur that the Cowboys had.
Yeah, I think
In
I'd
the
go
back?
full cowboy boot. I want to be bite proof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Mine are pretty bite proof. They're rubber, steel toe, and they got corks in them. So like got traction for days.
Wow. Everything.
Everything.
Corks in them.
Yeah.
What for?
Would you guys ever
For traction.
eat another human being?
Yes.
You want to
Ooh.
think about it?
No, I'm down.
No, RJ definitely doesn't.
No.
He's already eaten
Yeah.
somebody. Yeah.
Put me on that mountain with the airplane.
Do I get to pick the
depends
gender
how
or
it was
race?
prepared.
Okay.
If you prepared it nice, I probably would. Yeah.
No, I'm talking like you're on a mountain. Give me another hunk of co-pilot.
I would not hesitate in the
like that.
slightest.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't
Yeah,
If it
either.
was life
I'd
or
probably
death.
kill someone and eat them on the
either.
mountain.
Oh, you'd be that guy?
Yeah.
That's why he stayed in Italy so
Yeah.
long. That bowl of horse meat
Horse
was
meat
actually
was a turning point.
Turned him? Yeah.
Turned him.
Yeah. A boy named Horse.
Last name Meat.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, this is perfect for eating.
But like seriously,
Yeah,
outside
horse
of the
meat.
like, I know in like the survival situation, like I would not hesitate. I don't think there's
No.
any like sacred meat or anything like that. Like
Okay, maybe you wouldn't hesitate, but do you actually think you'd be able to stomach it?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If you're
No
hungry,
question.
if you're hungry.
If you're hungry and
Yeah.
you're on a mountain, this
I would legitimately go every other route until
Really?
it was necessary. But yeah, I'd fucking do it. Sure.
Yeah.
Life or death.
I don't see what makes it so special.
Well, like, what would you wouldn't have to kill someone to do
No.
it. Like, you guys could have a.
No, you
guys
gotta
could
fuck,
do, like,
marry,
a-
kill. So, like,
yeah. But you could have like a gentleman's agreement where you both eat each other's arms. You know, like, that'll sustain you for a
You
while.
just sit there with each other, jerking each other off
Lop
with the
it
other
off,
ones.
Cauterize. Oh. Yeah, I don't care what you do in your tent with my arm, but don't tell me about it.
I wouldn't use your hand. I would use the fucking bloody hole part. That's what I'd do.
Wow. Now, okay, well, I guess I'll just throw a question out there then. Like, how would you plan to, like, okay, think of, like, okay, and whatever that movie is, fucking Dawn to Dusk or Dusk to Dawn or whatever the fuck they are. They were in a mall, right?
Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead, yeah. They were in a mall, like, there's, you know, you could hold up in a grocery store, you could hold up underground, you could hold up maybe fucking Amelia Earhart and just get into a plane and fucking try and fly around the world 60
into the
times.
ocean.
Like,
Wow.
how would you go, what would your survival strategy be?
Not Amelia Earhart.
Not Amelia Earhart.
Fly away and crash into the Pacific Ocean. I think you can do better.
Where would you hold up? Or would you not? Or would you keep moving? Like, what?
One question, like, to add on that is, do you guys think temperature would matter?
To zombies?
Yeah.
No, wouldn't.
Like,
Oh, for sure it would.
do you think, though...
Like, cold?
Yeah.
If it's extremely cold, you're going to move slower.
Yeah, you would freeze, right? Like, if you
If
were
at
just
all.
outside all the
You'd
time without a
freeze.
jacket, you would freeze.
Yeah.
Your muscles would
You
freeze.
turn to a block of
Doesn't
ice.
matter if you're a zombie, if you're a Jew or Gentile, you'd be
Where are you going to
freezing.
get any food, though, where it's
Science.
that cold that people are just freezing to death outside?
Pioneers did it.
Not many of them.
Yeah, people do it up here.
Yeah. Not many of them. There was a
Granted,
whole
there's
colony of
grocery
them.
stores.
Yeah, but they all died in the winter, and then there just happened to be a few left over in the summer that did some harvesting. Like,
To keep the
You
And
wouldn't
then
be
you
able to
repopulate,
harvest.
baby. Yeah. That's
I
what
think you'd
Easter's
have to
all
hold
about.
up in, like, a nice Costco.
See, I think if you were hanging
Yeah.
out in a grocery store, you'd be like, people would be coming to take your shit. There'd
Well,
be
that's the
too much
fun part. You get
confrontation.
to barricade
Kill
all the
human beings
windows,
and eat them,
channel the humans in through one door, and kill them.
just like IKEA.
I'm tired of
Yeah.
tired of Mr. Noodles.
Begin
I'm
your
gonna eat
own
this
republic of some kind. The Republic of Me
guy. Of Costco.
in Costco.
Republic of Doyle.
Republic of Doyle.
Yeah.
I think that's the plan. Start a republic in a Costco.
Hold up in a Costco.
Set
Yeah,
some
no,
nice
I
traps.
think
Home
you would
Alone
need to-
or
I think
Saw
even-
style.
I think
if you could like go to like a factory, I think find a
What are you
warehouse.
gonna eat in
That's,
a factory?
you don't know. You'd have to fucking like. You'd need to have a
Rubber
compound
boot
that
factory.
is secure. A prison in The Walking Dead. They went to a prison, and it was a pretty sweet getup. And like obviously, I don't think you want to stay in the grocery store. I think if you're going to the grocery store, people are gonna come to the grocery store, and
too vulnerable.
yeah, you're one time you're gonna get fucked, and then that's it. You have to be able to go to that grocery store and get out, back to your loved ones.
But isn't eating the most
I like
important
the
thing? Eating, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
because that's going to
The only
sustain
thing.
you.
So going to a
Food,
prison, like what the hell are you going to do in a prison?
Well, you could in a prison
Yeah.
you'd be surrounded by fences, and you could try to grow food in the prison, like
Oh.
agricultural in the yard.
Sounds
Mhm.
like so much work when you could just go to a grocery store and eat
Well, if
cereal
you
every
want to
day.
survive the zombie apocalypse, you're not just gonna lollygag through it like, I want another Snickers bar. Break open the vending machine. No,
That's exactly
You
how I
got-
would do it.
if you want to fucking
yeah,
live,
for first year, anyways.
Yeah. you gotta have
You're gonna be
plans though.
slaving away eating fucking tomatoes every day. You're going to be
Or
so skinny
potatoes.
and weak.
But you'd be full of nutrients. You wouldn't be skinny and weak.
I like the idea. I like the idea of going somewhere cold.
Hmm.
Go north, like because half the year it's not going to be terribly cold, but you can still, get away to the mountaintops. Kind of just move higher
Yeah.
where it is, and just stay kind of in that right around the Arctic Circle. Because there's plenty of food. You just got to learn how to get it.
Yeah.
and you have all the land in the world, really, so you can build yourself a compound.
Yeah. No, I think you have to go.
The cold is the way to go.
And if you were gonna go in a warmer climate, you'd have to go somewhere where like an island where, you know,
Can't get to it.
yeah. With
I
those,
feel
And,
like,
like, with-
in more than one zombie movie, like a boat is the final destination. I feel like that's a terrible idea.
Oh, a boat.
Get to a boat.
I don't think it is, but you could be a boat that's like a mile offshore with a dinghy,
Yeah.
and you come in to get your,
but
Yeah.
what happens when you get a hold in that
Rations.
dinghy?
Get 10 dinghies.
10
dude.
dinghies.
Go get 10 of them.
One fucking
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Have a B train of dinghies.
I think that's where the island comes in, where like the boat something could happen, boat could sink. If you could just find a cool like island in like Key Largo or something.
Is that a place?
Thing?
I don't know.
You just make that up. Is that your
Key
island?
Republic.
That's your
Key
island.
Republic of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, no voting.
Oh,
Shit's
God, no.
overrated. Yeah, I think we'd make it. We'd survive.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Maybe, yeah.
I think RJ would do better than both of us because he's totally fine with eating human, like right
But
off.
I think
yeah.
what happens if
Like there's still food, dude.
They'd be like,
there's
"Oh, he's a
still
zombie."
preserved
what if
Yeah,
people
like,
were
"Oh, I'm just
infected though?
hungry."
What if a person was infected and you fucking ate that tainted meat
Well, then
and then you
I'm
got
already-
zombied?
that wouldn't be that bad, would it?
I think you hold him
I
captive.
think you're like
You get 'em
assuming
held-
that the
hold 'em
zombie life
captive
is
for a little
terrible.
Does
Maybe
it
it's not
have to
that
be?
bad.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not
Okay,
that bad.
Yeah.
bit. Yeah, I think there's a silver lining for sure.
Phew.
Free human meat.
Free human
Free
meat
human
everywhere
meat.
you want.
8 billion.
8 million human
units.
meals.
Yeah. Go to like the southern states where there's just those fat fucking people, the 800-pound people.
Aggressive.
You can just like live inside of them. You just lay beside them and start chewing, and then just like a fucking worm and an apple, just go around the inside, leave the skin intact.
Yeah.
Mm.
Act like
no
you're
one, no one will be any wiser.
playing Hoth, crawl in, and then it's too hot, and you just kick all the blankets off in the night.
Yeah, yeah. That's would be my plan if I was a zombie. You got to find one of those people that just can't get out of bed. They're just waiting for it.
Well, yeah, they're easy targets. Yeah.
Be a fucking all-you-could-eat fat ass buffet.
I never really.
Now, would that be in your best interest to have some of those people around?
Oh yeah.
Like like if you were to kind of stay in an area with all these
Oh yeah, yeah.
overweight people,
Zombies
'cause
are
then
like-
it's just like feed.
It's like grizzly bears, right? Like you don't have to outrun
Yeah.
the bear. You just got to outrun the fat fuck beside you, right?
Yeah.
So you need to have people
Yeah.
like not only like your friends, but then people that just aren't your friends. That it's just like, yo, when the time comes, shoot that guy in the leg,
I
and
think
we'll
that's,
all run.
Yeah.
that's the whole point of starting your own island republic.
Yeah. Nobody
is,
likes
like,
Craig.
you don't make it all the coolest people. You got to have some commoners on there
Yeah,
that
yeah.
are the first line of defense.
Yeah.
Some fodder,
Yeah, you need some
expendables.
chum in the water.
Yeah.
some chum.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
I believe in chess the pawns go first. So.
Depends how you play
Ah.
chess.
Apparently better than you guys.
Depends how aggressively you play chess.
Yeah. King right to the front.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? I think
Yeah.
that's a wrap on
That's-
zombies.
I think that's everything about zombies. We covered zombies in 10
Yeah.
minutes and dragged this out for another hour.
I think this might be
Yeah,
our
that'll
first two-parter. I think we could do
We'll
more.
come back to this next week.
Are we doing another part to this? Wow.
Tune in
Oh,
next
okay.
week.
Talking about the kids
Yeah.
and their cell phones.
Yeah.
See you next week for part 2 of zombies. Pretty much experts.
Oh no.
Thank you, Frontline Fiesta. Check us out on iTunes, Stitcher, Facebook, the rest. See you next week. Part 2 next
Yeah.
week.
Look in our windows if you want.
Barricade your windows.
Bye.
See the real. No, I said look in. See the real.
Look
us.
in the windows.
Yeah. See us on Twitter, Instagram, my living room.
Ooh. Next
I'm
week
so
is our
glad.
last Halloween
We're
episode.
done. Yeah. One
We'll
more
see you
episode of
then,
this stupid.
and then back to normal. We'll have lights
hopefully,
on. For our
Yeah,
hopefully
yeah.
Mike gets his shit together and goes dark next week. Who
Mhm.
knows?
We'll see.
I'm over it.
Okay. Well, see you next week. Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Thanks everybody for tuning in this week. We are Pretty Much Experts. You can check us out on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and YouTube. While you're at it, go have a look at our Facebook page. You can ask an expert any time of day or night, whatever you like. And if you're into it, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. We want to hear from you, baby. Thanks again everybody. Tune in next week. We are Pretty Much Experts, and we love you, I guess.